And welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Just kind of reflect on what we talked about real quick. We talked about our WWE Monday Night Review, our WWE NXT preview. So make sure you check those out on the YouTube Sports Network and also the GSMC Podcasting Network. Check out videos. They're published every day. I publish about 5 segments, so check that out. Also check out some of the other podcasters as well if you're not totally into wrestling, which is absolutely freaking, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. But yeah, make sure you check it out. A lot of good wrestling, a lot of good information in terms of sports. But without further ado, let's talk about AEW Forbidden Door 0 Hour. But before we move on into that, I want to remind you guys to use the GSMC podcast.net. We get a lot of questions from viewers like you that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air in front of millions of viewers, be sure to use the GSMC podcast.net link to tell me how you feel. Give me some of your opinions about professional wrestling. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And yeah, we can all relate. We can all correlate. We can all, kind of bond on this thing, the art, the passion of professional wrestling. So yeah, let's do that. So don't be too shy to, tell me how you feel and, tell me what you don't like. All right, so we're gonna jump on into AEW's Forbidden Door, the 0 Hour review. So, first and foremost, this is an annual promotion of AEW Forbidden Door, where you see the world of New Japan Professional Wrestling and All Elite Wrestling kind of become one to battle it out in on the main stage of Forbidden Door. Pretty badass. It was at the it was at the UBS Arena in Long Island, New York. And yeah, we're gonna start off with the Ring of Honor World Television Champion Kyle Fletcher in a squash match against Serpentico. Um, I thought this match was kind of stupid, to be honest. Why are you putting the Ring of Honor Television Champion against Serpentico? It's kind of like a squash match that was highly unnecessary. I don't believe that Kyle Fletcher, although he did lose his chance of winning the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship against, Mark Briscoe at Ring of Honor Club 70, I think it was 70 last Thursday. Kyle Fletcher is still one of the hottest superstars in Ring of Honor, AEW, New Japan Professional Wrestling. Since 2022, as of Thursday night, he's only lost once. So, he's still a champion, definitely still has a lot of potential, going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting to kind of see what AEW decides to do with his talent. If they even, if they keep him on the, kind of on the AEW roster. At this point, after what happened at Forbidden Door, I'm like, dude, if you're going to bring him here just to kind of perform in a squash match, I don't like to see it. I'd rather see him fighting in Ring of Honor once again, or maybe, maybe jump into New Japan Professional Wrestling. But then you also have kind of like that Braun Breaker kind of mentality where I feel like Braun Breaker definitely has not gotten the right push. Obviously, it is my own opinion, and he did recently get drafted on the WWE draft, which was about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. But no, WWE needs to have a good, formidable storyline for Braun Breaker, much like AEW. If you're gonna bring Kyle Fletcher from Ring of Honor to your brand, and make sure you bring him here for a reason, dog. Make sure you bring him here for a reason. We saw Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly once again. He lost. He teamed up with Ishii, but what I kind of what I kind of took from the match is two things. Kyle O'Reilly, no, three things. Kyle O'Reilly keeps losing. I don't like that. The Undisputed Kingdom, although they are the reigning, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, I feel like they're not really that prominent anymore. And I'm not trying to hate on them or anything like that. Also, Roderick Strong, ever since losing the AEW World International Championship, he's just looked weak. He just looks like someone who can't wrestle anymore. Definitely someone who's aging in the worst way possible. But I still believe in Roderick Strong. I definitely think that he deserves another title run at the international championship, which kind of makes you think. I'm like, okay, they let Will Ospreay win the championship, and hey, that's cool and all, but I don't know. It's just like something that I didn't really understand. Something that I was like, okay, like obviously there could have been a lot of better stuff, but what do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan for like 20 plus years. What do I know? But anyways, it was kind of crazy. I don't want to see Colorado continue to lose because he's like doing such a good job as a babyface. He's great inside of the ring. He can hold his own. He can definitely be the next one to challenge Will Ospreay for his AEW international champion. Although he's going to fight Daniel Garcia on Dynamite, presented by Shark Week. I think it's what is it, Beach something like that. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But moving on. So something that also caught, I feel like right now AEW has, you have two babyface title holders. You have Will Ospreay and you have Swerve Strickland. Okada definitely not featured enough to kind of be even thought as a true heel. I feel like right now AEW feels like they have the elite. So then they're like, okay, we have the elite, so we're good. We don't need any more. We don't need any more big heels. We don't need anybody like whoever's going to fight the biggest baby faces in the world of all elite wrestling is going to be us, the Young Bucks. Obviously, the Young Bucks, the EVPs. But to be honest, I don't see the fans jumping to it. I don't think the fans get too excited whenever they see the elite. I don't think they get even that pissed off when they see the elite doing, obviously things that benefit them. But I don't know. It's something that AEW really honestly kind of needs to address. Um, before, definitely before Wembley Stadium, August 25th, all in. But I don't, only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, it's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. But overall, I felt like it was a really good bout. I felt like, AEW's Forbidden Door 0 Hour was pretty badass. You finally saw Willow of Nightingale get her hands on Kris Statlander, that wannabe. I'm just kidding. No. Then you had Stokely. Oh, Stokely's so annoying. I don't know how, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Willow Nightingale teamed up with Nakano to defeat Kris Statlander and Wananabe. I think it was a perfect fight. I thought it was a perfect feud, keeping that ultimate babyface you had with Willow of Nightingale, the former TBS, AEW TBS champion, also the New Japan, a strong women's champion as well. Then also you have a powerful heel like Kris Statlander, who's definitely dominant, definitely knows the ring, definitely, obviously has a little bit of the inside the ropes kind of advantage over Willow of Nightingale. You kind of saw it demonstrated in this match. Willow also has the powerful factor as well. Maybe not as fast and as agile as Kris Statlander, but Willow enthusiasm, charisma, she's killing it 1,010%. So definitely happy to kind of throw flowers at my girl Willow in terms of that. So yeah. All right. So next we're going to talk about Mariah May against Saraya. This was a good match. This was an Owen Hart Cup tournament match, quarterfinals. To be honest, I feel like Saraya, ever since she left WWE, I I don't know. I just don't think that she's having so much success in AEW as she kind of anticipated. Of course, she's a former AEW Women's World Champion. I'm not trying to dispute that. But I don't know. I feel like she deserves more. I feel like she deserves more. I feel like Mariah May is right where she is right now. It'd be kind of interesting to see if she moves on to the finals to win that match at Wembley Stadium to fight her protege, the timeless Tony Storm. I look at her like she's my mother. Didn't you guys like totally make out the other night? I'm just kidding, no, but no, it was it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. It's crazy how AEW kind of pushes stuff like that. It's a little edgy, but it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Mariah May once again moves on to the semifinals. To I believe she fights either Willow of Kris Statlander. I'm not too sure. Gonna have to double check on that. But yeah, honestly, overall AEW, Forbidden Door 0 Hour, I felt like it was pretty cool. Last match you kind of had, which I was kind of surprised. This was the finale, kind of the main event of 0 Hour. You had the Lucha Bros and Mystico defeat Takahashi and also Titan. For kind of like for a pre-show, you saw a lot of matches. You saw a lot of matches. Obviously, they kind of do this. AEW does this to keep the audience and also wrestling fans engaged. But I don't think it's bad. They've got. I saw online they kind of gotten a lot of critique about having a lot of said matches and stuff like that. But I liked it. I feel like WWE can learn a lot by letting some of these by having a full match card. You have not, on every WWE pay-per-view, you don't get a full match card, which is, which is kind of lame, All right, guys. Well, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our fourth segment. We're going to talk about the Forbidden Door main card. We're going to review that. Bunch of title matches, a bunch of, matches and stipulations. So, hey, do not go anywhere.